very passionate about Africa. We believe that, if we Africans don't try to make a difference in the continent, then no one else will do it. Not pushing it. It has to be those of us that, are passionate about Africa, that will work in partnership with stakeholders like me to make it happen. And Africa, as you know, is going through a very challenging and troubling time.
Learning is enormously important in terms of improvement and the world of work. So I'm very committed to helping people who are practitioners to spend some time thinking about the context in which they're working. And the subject for this programme is particularly attractive because we do live in turbulent times and we have to think strategically about how we're going to cope in whichever sector we come from, whether it's media, education, or industry, or commerce.
My name is Falashade Ogunaike. I'm Permanent Secretary in the Office of Establishments and Training from Lagos, Nigeria. And I chose this program because we're in the middle of transformation at home, and especially in capacity building, I'm looking forward to something that I can apply to the transformation agenda back home.
You're all movers and shakers.
I know.
In Nigeria. Well, welcome to Old Trafford. And I'm John. Full guide of roll around Manchester United. Hello. So, last question from me to you. Why are you in England at the moment then?
So these are very senior executives. They are here to challenge assumptions, to network, and they're here for a program at Manchester Business School, a program of strategic leadership for superior performance in turbulent times.
Right, okay.
So it's a turbulent time in the world now, as you know.
Right.
China is slowing down, commodity prices are going down.
Europe's slowing very
Manchester United.
And also
Manchester United did not even make Manchester United did not even make they didn't even make the Champions League.
Yeah.
It's such a turbulent time for me.
No, but we've got the best manager in the world now.
Let's see.
It was sacked. He was sacked.
Jose Mourinho, we've got Jose Mourinho now. Best manager in the world.
You was sacked by
it's a championship. Manchester United decided to pay £30, and then they go into a draw for free tickets. That's a small gym in there for the players. Until Van Gaal came, that's where the players' friends and families used to go have a drink. There was a creche in there for babies. That's where David Beckham met Victoria Beckham in that room. Louis came along and he converted it into a gym. I think the players were not very happy about that. Anyway, what's done is done. So we'll wander down here, outside, down the corridor. You'll see 13 photographs, because Manchester United have won the Premiership 13 times, and each one is celebrated in a photograph. Next most successful team, Chelsea. They won it 4 times. Arsenal 3, the other team in Manchester 2, Leicester City and Blackburn Rovers 1 each. Liverpool, our great rivals, have never won it. we like to gloat on that,
But they won the Champions more than you do.
Sorry?
Champions League.
I'm sure they do on theirs.
Credit insurance, hedging products, all those things that people in the good times, when good times turn bad, wish they had taken advantage of, but hadn't because they thought that the good times would stay forever. Things have taken a tumble. They are much more receptive to buy protection type products than they would before. It's the equivalent of how many people buy fire extinguishers for their homes after they've had a fire than before they had a fire. Before they have a fire, I don't think we can have a fire here. Afterwards, there's going to be there's going to be fire extinguishers. It's obvious. And therefore you've got to try and identify those products where you're taking advantage of the fact that it started to rain in financial or currency terms. In terms of my work, and what inspires me is the fact that I can apply my knowledge and experience of financing and projects on a continent which clearly has significant needs, and if I can use my skills and experience to make more projects happen, it will have a massive positive effect on local communities, and that will be, for me, a great reward for the work that I do.
And the teaching goes well. And thank God, a lot of the time the teaching goes well. So all the men will come and shake my hands and hug me and so on. For the ladies, my brother, I wait and watch. Alright? If a lady walks to me with hands outstretched, then I take it. If she comes towards me without hand, I also wait. She lay down and I also bow. So you can imagine, if, being West African, we shake our women. Then every woman who's coming, you stretch your leg. She will get you and pass you by. And meanwhile, your hand is like this. Everybody will know you are an idiot. Where have you come from that you don't know that this place, you don't shake the hand of married women? Where have you come from? All right? It reminds me of when I was in Federal Polytechnic, I visited a friend of mine in a small village just outside Djibouti. He was teaching there and so on. And when we went, he said we wanted to go and look for plantain, all right? So plantain trees, and we went to the house of a certain old lady, and there was this plantain tree which had pinpointed. And one of our students was the intermediary speaking Yoruba, we couldn't speak Yoruba. So told the old lady that these are my teachers and they want the plantain. And the woman said, oh, fine, they can have it. But she just wanted to talk to us. So she came and started speaking to us in Yoruba. And we didn't understand. So our student then interpreted, and then we said something to the student, and he interpreted to the woman. The woman was surprised. And I said to her, what is he saying? The woman is saying that she's about 80 years old. And in all her life, she had never known that there are some human beings in the world who could never speak Yoruba. Her whole world was in Yoruba land, that there were other human beings. He says, I've never seen anybody who says he can't speak Yoruba. Are they also human beings? No. So, context, culture, influence. If you are going to be successful in a globalizing world, that's changing world, your company may take you somewhere, you may be appointed ambassador somewhere. You have to understand. And when you become ambassador, you're going to work with subordinates. A lot of your staff will be local people. You have to understand.
It was an opportunity to recharge, to network, and to share experiences with people from diverse industry and background. It was a very interesting program. We were able to live with new lessons in leadership and how to spread leadership in an organization or public sector, bottom up, and share responsibilities, and transform the process of transforming a company in turbulent times.